Even though he has not always been protected, he's always been a protector.
Broken people saw that signal and done what they thought they needed to do to the request that I was making, and they just chose improperly.
He never told me nothing. I knew nothing about it.
I feel like everyone in my family, in some form or way, has been fondled or molested or raped in some form or fashion.
I couldn't understand how God was in me because I was that.
There was tolerated versus celebrated.
There's a wrong way and right way to do everything, and Larry always seemed to choose the wrong way.
Yes, I was drugged and raped, and that happened when I was 17 years old. Misfits have an ability to stick out. But if the misfit accept that they absolutely cannot fit in, then they become someone with an X factor.
That's crazy.
Thank God for the cameras, because it's because of the cameras we were able to catch the action that was happening between Lisa and Zoe. World star!
So when I got into the room, I was amazed. I worked with kids for over 20 years, so I knew that when I got in there, the anger that I seen in Zoe was not normal. At the same time, I was in shock because I could not believe what I was seeing.
Looking at that, Zoe seems like quiet, and Lisa seems quiet, but you could tell she doesn't play around. So watching that, I was shocked at Zoe's reaction to her mom, and I was like, oh my God.
I was shocked that it actually happened, but I wasn't surprised. I get a text message from Reid and said, I just broke up a fight between Lisa and Zoe. So I was like, what?
When I first seen the video with Lisa and Zoe, my first reaction was like, what the hell?
Was I surprised? Yes. The other side of me was not surprised, because I knew that there's some things between Lisa and Zoe.
I just couldn't believe that it happened. And just as much as she probably felt like she went too far, I felt like I went too far, because everything that just happened was like really real.
At first, it was like, oh, she's just coming in my room, but how she came in was aggressive.
Yeah, if I was a parent, I probably wouldn't have took it that far as to put hands on the child in the first place, because I know that would have got the child heated anyway. Like, no child really wants their parents to put hands on them in the first place.
Introducing Larry D. Reid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Larry Reid Live. My name is Larry D. Reid, and I am the host of Larry Reid Live, your most favorite digital entertainment news and talk show out here on these social media streets. We are streaming live right now on Facebook and YouTube. I want everybody to hit like and to hit share. We're about to have a conversation with one of the most funny, one of the funniest people on the face of the earth, who's also multi-talented. We get to have a conversation with her on tonight. I want you to take the link, copy it. There's already over 1,000 of you watching this live now, but the numbers are going to be growing. And I want everybody to let me know in the chat where you're viewing Larry Reid Live from. Tell me your city and your state. I like to go back and see. I don't be trusting these YouTube and Facebook analytics. You know, the white folk like to be like to lie to these black content creators. Make us feel like we more than what we is, and they're putting us down in the algorithm, and all the rest of the folk is up high. So I got to see who watching me and where you're watching me from with my own 4 eyes. So there you go. I said Columbus, Ohio, South Carolina, Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, LA, Chicago, Fort Worth, Texas, Atlantic City, New Jersey. I see you. Well, listen, Cincinnati, Ohio, man, y'all everywhere. What's the Africa? Okay, look, we're going to have a great conversation. It's an interview, but conversation. There are a lot of things that I want to pick Lunell's mind, because let me tell you something. Following her on IG, you find out that she ain't just funny, but her point of view and the way she see life and things is very interesting. I see y'all, man, y'all all over in the islands. But listen, we have a treat for you tonight. And I want to know her point of view on a few things and find out what she is about to do. I heard she got this tour. Did you hear about the tour, Nancy?
Did I hear about the tour?
Yeah.
No, but I'm interested in knowing what the tour is going to be about.
Well, listen, the tour going to have you. Listen, she's paired with one of the funniest people in the world, Cat Williams. You know, I love Cat Williams. Oh my God.
Cat is the man.
They think fast on their feet and they are hilarious. Let me tell you, laughter is medicine. And just as important as your prayer life and your meditation life and your health and your healthiness, part of your wellness is laughing. The comics are ministers. They really, really are. And they really give us that funny that we need to keep pressing and pushing. And Lunell is that. So go ahead and tell everybody that she is on, and we're about to have a conversation. I mean, like in 2 minutes, she's going to be sitting right here. I want to say thank you to all of you that are patrons, patreon.com/Larry Live. You need to become a patron. I'm telling you, I have an event. If you look at my intro video, you see all these people and all these great guests and things of that nature. That is the result of my event, but you got to be a patron to come. The event is in July in Atlanta, 15th, 16th, and the 17th. So make sure you are there. It's right down at the bottom, patreon.com, Larry Reid Live, right there at the bottom. Now, we are about to have the conversation with Lunell. She's already here, and we're bringing her up. Get ready to enjoy. All right, here she is, Lunell.
What's up, everybody? I'm trying to pin your name on my Instagram.
You just do at Larry Reid Live. It'll come up the blue chat page.
Okay. Oh, verified, baby.
Darn fine. Exactly. Takes a whole lot of work for that to happen, as you know.
Okay, let me see. I think I got you. Yeah, okay. I'm going to pin that. All right.
Okay, cool. Okay, now, Lunell, first of all, let me say you are absolutely one of the funniest people on the face of the earth. Now, who inspired your funny? It looks very natural. It don't look like you even try.
Well, actually, after much contemplation about this very question, I had to say that some of the funniest first people that inspired me is my family. My family is very, very funny. I come from, I have 7 siblings. There's 8 of us, and I'm the 8th one. And my family is what we call like shitty funny, if I can say that.
Yeah.
You know, we'll throw jabs at you. It's like playing the dozens all the time. And so with that happening, you have to be thick-skinned and you have to be quick. And I think my first exposure to real humor was probably from my family.
Wow. Amazing. That's the same thing for me. My whole family is just crazy and creative. Well, your first national break, I've seen you in several movies. I've seen you all over the TV on your tours. When was your first break? When you say the moment you knew you made it, when was that?
Well, I'm still waiting for that moment, first of all, but I think that probably when Comic View came around, BET's Comic View, and comics were able to get out of the clubs and actually be seen on national television. I think Comic View was one of the things to raise my profile back then.
Yeah, that's the first place that I saw you on. Comic View was legendary and game changing. I didn't know how legendary and game changing it was for comics until I began to listen. That comics have had it pretty hard. When did you start doing your stand up on the road?
Well, I've never been on the road with anyone other than Cat Williams and myself. I've never been on anybody else's tour. I've never been asked to be on anybody else's tour. And that was fine. But Cat had me 15 years ago, and we're on tour right now. And then, of course, my own tour, which consists of comedian Shay Sugar, Aaron Thompson, and myself. And that's the Fresh Out of Favors comedy tour, because I am indeed fresh out of favor.
If it ain't no paid gig, you ain't doing it.
Well, yeah, sorta. Yeah, just out. It's not even about gigs. It's like favors, period. You know, if you're not already in my DNA, and if we haven't been messing around for like, and I got nothing. And let me just say to your viewers, if you're wondering why I'm so bourgeoisie with these shades on, is because it is so daggum hot in Los Angeles. It was too hot for makeup. It was too hot for lashes. It's too hot. And I said, well, I'm gonna put these Gucci's on it. It is what it is. But I'm in here. This is my clean face, and that's what it is. Eyes tight. Been smoking a little weed. Whatever.
Ain't nothing wrong with your eyes. Your eyes is good.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that black don't crack. You don't even need no makeup.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's true. I ain't just trying to fluff it. I mean, if it won't that nice, I'm like, oh, those some nice shades. Nice.
Right. Okay, Petty LaBelle.
Okay, so you mentioned a tour. So you're on tour, or you're going on tour with Cat Williams. When does that start? What cities y'all hitting up?
We've already been out for like 9 months, and we continue to be out. And we've done a lot of the Midwest and a lot of the South, actually, and some of the East Coast. We've been playing arenas because, you know, no matter what you say, at the end of the day, Cat is a beloved guy. Like, people love him, you know, even dudes love him, girls love him, everybody, you know, he's the guy, and you want to love him.
Yeah.
And at first, people were coming out, you know, they didn't know what to expect. I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, but out of the gate, this tour and the people on it, which include Aaron Thompson, Jen Thomas, Zuban Miller, Red Grant, Mark Curry, myself, and then Cat. Everybody has been delivering from the very first show, and it's gotten nothing but stronger and stronger, and we're real happy to be with each other, and there's no drama. Like, this has been a dream tour, for real.
Let me ask you this, and this may be a little bit serious. How comics, one of the ones that passed away, Robin Williams, and then CeeLo Green wrote a song about him called Robin Williams, and talked about how a lot of people can be laughing to keep from crying. How do you feel like comics, their funny comes out of pain or conflict? Or how do you see that?
I do feel that way. I do. And I feel like for a comic that's doing it from their soul, I feel like, doing comedy on stage is like a purging of oneself. Like, you can go there and you save so much money in psychotherapy by just doing it on stage in front of everybody. If you can blurt out everything that's going on with you to complete strangers, you'd be surprised how liberating that feels at the end of the night. At least it's off your shoulders. It may not fix nothing, but for that time, you get to tell somebody how you're feeling. And that's why I'm not a joke teller. I don't tell jokes. I tell like stories and stuff like that.
Wow.
So,
That is interesting. I think Monique has the same approach. And you're in the bed with Netflix. So either you got something I saw Netflix, there's something that you're doing with Netflix. Monique, she never got her chance with Netflix, and we all were supposed to boycott, but now it looks like Lee Daniels has given her an opportunity. Tell us about the Netflix, what you're doing with Netflix.
Well, of course, I do have a little relationship with Netflix because Fat Tuesday is currently, no, that's on Amazon Prime. What is on Netflix? I think it's Dolomite. Dolomite comes to America. One of them is on, I think it's coming, Dolomite. I don't know. One of them. Anyway, I got some movies on Netflix. Shit, I'm high. I can't remember. But, and then I've done these little things here and there, but there's a festival that's starting in May here in Los Angeles that's sort of supposed to simulate the vibe of Lollapalooza back in the day that Jamie Foxx ran, that was in Atlanta, and the Montreal Comedy Festival that's up in Canada. So it's a comedy festival. A lot of comics going to be coming in and out of town and be popping up here and there, shows and this, that, activities and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's about to be like the Grammy Awards or the Source Awards, shall I say, for comics in this next, I guess, week or whatever.
So that's called the Netflix It's a Joke Comedy Festival, taking place in LA on April the 28th, all the way to May the 8th.
Yeah, and if you want more information, you can go netflixisajokefest.com.
Everybody put that in the chat. Netflixisajokefest.com. Who's going to be on this?
Like everybody. I can't even really blurt out the names, but everybody you want to see.
Wow. Okay, that's great. Is Monique going to be on it?
Everybody you want to see.
Wait, look at. Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I really don't know. I was just, but I don't know. It looked like she might be working on a film and not have time to come to some little festival, which is great. But I just find the timing odd, Lee Daniels, that until 50 said that he was about to fuck with Monique, you didn't hear a peep out of Lee. Then all of a sudden he ran and swooped her up.
Yeah, he apologized.
Well, okay, so
this is why I love you, Lunell. You do not bite your tongue. You say whatever you feel.
What have I got to lose? I've been the same chick for 30 years. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm gonna people still gonna understand where I'm coming from. To know that I'm just speaking from the heart, and don't ask me what the fuck I think if you don't want to know what I think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was very interested to find out what you thought from a comment standpoint when it came to Chris Rock having somebody step on stage and slap him across his face. What do you think about that?
Well, I've been very careful to dodge that question, and I'm not going to break that rule tonight. So I'm going to have to pass on my comment about that particular situation unless we were talking on the phone.
Right. Okay, I got you.
Okay,
that's fine. But I just wonder in my mind if somebody walked on stage and slapped New.
Well, okay, it was wrong, absolutely wrong. I think we saw somebody snap right before our very eyes.
Yeah.
You have to look at people and don't believe everything you see. There was something on Instagram the other day. It said, check on your strong friends.
Mm-hmm.
Your strong friends, your friends that you think are doing great and doing okay. Check on them.
Yeah.
Because they may not be doing as okay as everybody think they are. And, there's a million things I'd tell you if we would keep keying on the phone before I leave. Kind of say that was wrong. Naughty Will Smith.
Right.
You will pay one way or another for doing that.
Right. It looks like he's losing quite a few opportunities right now. Would you have slapped back, though?
Me?
I just want to know. You seem so nice.
Yeah, you see these well manicured nails, honey. I don't mind breaking all of them off if anybody asks that wants it. You feel me? I'm not that one. I like to have a good time and I like to spread love and happiness.
Yeah.
But I can't tolerate people just being aggressive or being an asshole or cocky or anything like that. And I had double knee replacement surgery during the corona.
I
And
saw it. We
certain
saw it.
age. But goddamn it, I don't go down fighting. If you want it, you can get some from Lunell. You can.
Well, speaking of getting some from Lunell, I saw you in lingerie. What's going on between with you and Rihanna?
How late are you to the game, honey? I don't even do it anymore, but at one point I was a Savage X Fenty lingerie ambassador for the great, very pregnant Rihanna Fenty. And you know, being a woman of a certain girth and my age and everything, I thought that was very beautiful of her to select me to be one of those and subsequently do the Savage X Fenty lingerie show that was on Amazon Prime, a fashion show that was on Amazon Prime as well. That was wild, you know, who'd have thunk it. But it took a lot of balls to do that because, you know, you can't pick who sees the pictures. And I do have 4 brothers and multiple cousins that don't need to be seeing my ass like that. But if that's where the embellishment of the garment is, I got to show the garment. I'm a model. Shit, hello. And so I just had to suck it up and get over that one. And then, you know, my daughter's a certain age. She got friends. Yo, Danelle, your mom was wilding in the, you know.
How is it? I mean, being a mom and are you a grandma yet?
Absolutely not.
No, it will be if you were, it will be grandma. I mean,
yeah, it will totally be grandma. I can't wait to become a grandmother, but I can because I want my daughter to continue with the career path she's on. I don't want to be on the road when I have a grandchild. I want to be home and, you know, at least stable in in California, not all over. I don't want to do that. I did that with my kids, so I want to be around for, you know, if I have a grandchild, and then you know, it's gonna be very hard to share because I'm sure I will obsess.
Yeah, but do you feel as though, because you said you was on the road with your children, do you think
one child? I only got one.
Yeah, your
one
daughter.
Don't put another child on me.
What's your daughter? So do you think that relationship or parenting suffered in it? Did you have to choose your career over parenting at times?
Oh, sure. There's residual damage from me not being there for certain occasions and things like that. Even if you pay for it, they would really rather have you there, you know. But she wasn't parentless. She got a daddy and he was present and he was there. And like, shit, okay, I can't make it. Your goddamn daddy's there. Shit, what's wrong with you? But anyway.
But but you know, I'm sort of in that situation, so you really can give me some advice. Were there ever times where you felt guilty? Because like I pay for it, they don't want for anything, but sometimes I'm not there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very difficult, you know, especially for the mother. You're a father, but I birthed her, you know. And it's very difficult to not be there when you know they have a cold, to maybe miss their important, you know, after school event that they're doing or starring in or whatever. Yeah, that takes a toll on you. There's a lot of many nights, you know, you cry about that shit. But at the end of the day, you better cry and get your ass on that stage because while she's at home doing those events, you got to pay for them and you got to get the money.
That's it. Wow.
Facts.
I needed to hear that. Now, as relates to your tour, when is your tour going to start?
The Fresh Out of Favorites comedy tour with comedian Shay Sugar, Aaron Thompson, and myself probably goes out at the end of May, beginning of June. And then we'll start hitting the clubs because while we're on tour with Cat, we're playing arenas, big venues, like 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 seaters. But I'll be in the clubs with the people. and 300, 400 seaters, and that's fun too because there's a different type of energy that you get from being that close to the people as opposed to being in an arena.
Yeah.
And since I came from the old theater days, I like interaction with people,
Mhm.
so I'll be anxious. Actually, all of us are anxious to get back in the club for a little while and just interact with the folk.
In COVID, was that something? Did you have any kind of like? Did you ever get like out of your mind crazy because you was missing being with the people on the road doing your comedy, doing what it is that you like to do? How was that for you?
Well, first I was cool with quarantine and all that shit because I've been so tired. I was
Mhm.
glad to be home and enjoy my house. But of course, yes, later you get to be a little sort of stir crazy because it wasn't this that you just had to stay at home. Even if you went outside, there was nowhere to go. Everything was closed. So it was like being
Mhm.
in the twilight zone. So that's why I started my YouTube show called Hey Lunell. There's 62 episodes on YouTube right now. HeyLuenell, and you can go and watch them, which started before Ahmaud Arbery or George Floyd was even murdered.
Mm.
Went through all that time, went through me being angry and me being depressed and me realizing that they're looking at me for the mood. Let me try to lighten it up and be what people need
Mhm.
during this time. And so there's 62 episodes of that up, and I did some of that during quarantine because I was beginning to forget how to put on my makeup. I was like, I'll be damned. Wait a
Now,
minute.
one of the things that you did that sort of received a lot of flack, and I want to hear it out of your mouth and get it clear, although I know you've been asked this 1,000 times. Your experience on Zeus Network. Now, we done an interview with Kurt Franklin's son, Carry On, who is on Zeus Network program now called Bad Boys Club, who's now locked up, some other stuff that is going on. You sort of reprimanded, maybe that's too strong of a word, Joseline's Calabasta. What's the name of her program?
Cabaret.
Yeah, Joseline's Calabasas.
Cabaret.
Yeah. So Joseline's program, and you sort of reprimanded that, and you've had statements as it relates to Zeus. And a lot of people feel a certain kind of way because a lot of the programming is, like Miss Monkey Dineva said something about it. What is your real honest take when it comes to that?
While I was low key excited to meet Joseline and Ballistic and all that, and had always wanted to host a reunion show, while all that was happening, it ended up being one of the worst career moves of my career. And I don't get barraged with hate. I get lots of love out here in these streets, but the level of contempt that came at me when I did that was something I'm not, I'm not trying to deal with no shit like that. I'm not trying to intentionally do no shit like that to bring hatred upon myself. But people, and this is for anybody who may get what you call cyber bullied in the future. You can't get cyber bullied if you don't read the shit. Boom.
Yeah.
And B, most scandals like that end within about 48 hours because there's some more shit coming down the pipe.
Yep.
So if you would just commit to pushing delete all, delete all, delete all, delete all, because all your DMs will be flooded with just terrible shit. Just do that for like 2 days and get over it and then move on. It
Mhm.
can't be undone, but I definitely did not know what I was getting myself into.
What makes it the worst career move ever?
The level of, like I was saying, the level of hatred that I was getting on social media. That is
Okay.
not my goal. I'm not trying to be that girl, that gets, all that. I like to make folk happy and have fun and just be myself. And with anything that brought that upon myself, and I felt like I was just being honest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I still feel that way. Everything I said, I stand by.
Mhm.
But it just, it's not fun for that to happen to anybody, of course, unless they deserve it. And I don't
Mhm.
think that I deserved all that, but it's all good. I'm still standing 10 toes down. It ain't affecting me nor my bag. So
I mean, to come out and such a popular show and of a huge name like Joseline is on social media and on TV, to sort of make you have your own feelings and point of view. I think that's why I like you so much, cause you don't give any F's.
No fucks given. Right here. I'll say it for you. You can bleep me. I have, I'm a human. I have given a fuck for a long time. What do they think about me? What are they saying about me? What is it about me? But you know what? You'll go fucking bald headed. No pun intended, Jada. But you'll go bald headed worrying about that shit. You just like do your thing, go on about your business. They got a little Instagram song right now. Say drink water and mind your business.
Mm-hmm.
So do that.
Is Zeus Network trash?
It has trash content. The Zeus Network is not trash. The Zeus Network is a Black-owned network. We're proud of that. But their content is trash. And, they have the potential to change things. When I've had a talk with Lemmy recently, and he said they're going to be making some changes and maybe not allowing certain things to go on, which, of course, you would make changes after that lawsuit come down the pike. But I'm glad to hear that, and you just have to see. Y'all let me know, because I won't be tuning into anything.
Wow. Okay.
Mind my business.
I drink water and mind your business. I get that and I understand that. All right. So one of the things that I have enjoyed, you being a strong, opinionated, no F's given Black woman.
Well, am I supposed to cuss on here or not? Because I'm sorry if I did. I apologize.
No.
And I hope you have a bleep button, because I really like bleeps. I think they're funny, actually.
No, I didn't even turn the sound effect thing on. You good? You just said the way you want to say it.
Sorry. Yeah.
This is the internet. You could cuss.
The internet.
Internet. Okay. Strong, opinionated Black woman with no F's given. Who is your inspiration to be your authentic Black female self?
Well, that's a very good question. I have many people who have poured into me from time to time. It would be hard to narrow my inspirations down to just one person,
Mm-hmm.
But if you hear me out, I will say this. I used to have a relationship with Roseanne Barr, right? And Roseanne Barr was a really good friend until she, went to the left. And the reason that I respected her was she was everything that Hollywood said they're not having nothing to do with. She was already older. She was chubby. She wasn't what you call Hollywood attractive. She worked in a diner. She had like 5 kids. She had a little, a marriage that was, on the rocks. But everybody in the diner knew that she was the funniest person they'd ever met, ever seen. They wanted her to wait on them all the time. And then somebody suggested that she enter a comedy contest. She did, won that, blah, blah, blah. And people saying, the rest is history, right? She went on to change television. She became a super huge executive, having it her way, not pulling no punches, just being who the fuck she was. I really respected that. I really was inspired by her, and like Joan Rivers, because Joan Rivers had to go through a lot of shit too. Husband committed suicide, daughter was fooled around with I won't say what, but anyway. And she got blackballed and about the biggest name in Hollywood, Johnny Carson, and she still had to come back and end up finding her niche later and was, the queen. And people want to say Mama Mabley, but I don't relate to Mama Mabley, but LaWanda Page as well. LaWanda Page, inspiration. Everybody thought she was a nice church girl. If you listen to her records, are some of the dirtiest shit you ever heard in your life. I've seen her pose naked. She's not really Aunt Esther, you know what I'm saying? But she was inspiration to me. And then there's others, of course, in my private life. So.
In your private life. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So you really told the people that inspire you in the business, and then there are people in your family that have inspired you. Lunell, I want you to know that there's a lot of us that are looking at you, and we are encouraged, male and female, to be our authentic self because you are. And I don't think
listen, I do not know. If you have not already been doing it, if you haven't already established yourself as someone who speaks out on many different subjects, racism, injustice, money, sexism, kids, this, that, liquor, drugs, blah, blah. If you're not already a person like that, and people are used to you not being like that, then when you start blurting shit out, it's not as easy a transition if you haven't already been that way.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, but I tend to just let it all out, and it's worked for me.
But there's a way to do everything. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in English literature. I know how to speak. I don't have to use the vernacular. I can use the King's English very well. And you would get toe up mo if I write a letter about your ass, and even if I cut you out. But I just, I'm in my living room, in my house, no pants on. Okay, let's establish that. And it's really hot. I told you it's hot. I turned off the fan because of the sound, and I ain't got central air, so it's all of that. And I'm just, this is what it is.
Well, why ain't you got no central air? You make good money.
Because I got one nice old school little house, a Grammy house I really like, and I'm investing in buildings, not houses.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. That's a different kind of rich. One of my friends stay in a hotel but own buildings everywhere.
Really?
Yep.
Maybe they like the room service and shit.
They do. It's the service of them, and they don't have to take care of nothing.
No laundry and no shit like that. Yeah, oh, that's baller. I want to meet who that is.
Okay, I'll let you meet him, and he like thick women too. So, are you single?
Well, define single.
Wait a minute. If what you mean? Define it. Single is single. I don't understand that. And you ain't got to. If you got Farouk buddies, you still single.
I refuse to answer the question in case it will not incriminate me.
Wait a minute, Lunell, that is the second question you done ran away from. You ran away from that Chris Rock.
I gotta keep shit being a mystery. I can't tell it all. Shit, I gotta say something for another interview, another time, baby, when you have me back or whatever.
Okay, all right. I
got out of that one good, didn't I?
Yeah, you got.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the next time we'll be able to go and see you. And Lunell, thank you for trusting me with this interview. And just so everybody know, that's how is we in the middle of the night. We didn't plan. Well, actually, I wasn't sure if everything gonna fall right. So I didn't even let my audience know I was coming on tonight. I didn't tell them you was coming. So I'm just
you did the right thing because anything could have happened.
Right.
I know you would hate to advertise and be like, well, she's not here, guys. Right. It's just me. So you did the right thing, and they'll get the surprise after. Like I didn't, my audience on IG, they, I didn't know I didn't say I was going to do an interview today, but surprise.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that all year long. I mean, with some major artists because the way everybody's life is right now, we just pop up when we pop up, and it just is how it is.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How did you like the Mary Winans verses?
Lunell, well, let me say this.
What, honey?
Okay, well, I love Mary as artists. I love BB and CC Winans as artists. That's all I got to say. In my work, I get to, because I'm a gospel artist, Stella as well, and then I do entertainment. So I know the artists on stage and then like working with them. So let me say this. Let me say it like this. I think it was great, the music. I mean, it's when you grew up in church or in gospel, like the music, those are two of the best. I mean, there's so many great hits. So that's where I just stay in that. But then when I see gospel artists move a certain kind of way when it comes to dealing with certain topics and certain people and this, you know, I'm like, I don't know if y'all really represent Jesus, the man who's at the center of spirituality, more than you represent the church. You know, and those are two different things for me. You know, most people that represent the church, I don't fuck with. But people that follow Jesus and practice spirituality and love and kindness, I fuck with them. And that BB Winans, him, and I love the Winans, but the only one I think is saved is Vicky Winans and CC Winans. I think they really love people. The rest of them, I ain't too sure about. I just ain't too sure. I ain't too sure. I've been
I know I can ask a question. I see. I do. I've been doing interviews all my life too. I know I can ask a question. You didn't see that one coming, did you?
I don't mind it though. You know, I pay my own bills. You know, I don't mind it at all. You know,
what's your goal with the show? What would you like to happen if you could have your fantasy?
Well, I see the show as a tool. My heart and what I really love is just like inspiring people to laugh and to think and behave differently. And so I look at the show comedy as a tool. And so like my Patreon, there are thousands of people over there. Every week I get to do meditation, prayer, empowerment, coaching with them. I enjoy that. And then this show also has opened opportunities for me to actually do acting, which, you know, there's a new show that's going to be coming out on the 19th on BET Plus that I was in. It's eight episodes, and I'm in 4 of them, being Larry Reid Live. Okay, my show
what's it called?
Kingdom Business. It's produced by Devon Franklin.
Kingdom Business.
Kingdom Business. Yeah. But it's messy though. It's real.
It's messy. Anyway,
all right.
Wait, okay. I love a messy church show.
It is.
I hate that they took off. You know, when they had
Greenleaf.
The with the 4 pastors.
The preachers.
Oh yes, that was my type.
Yep. Yes. No, all of them I know. A few of them I know personally.
The good bishop then went head on and got engaged, huh?
Yes. You talking about who you talking about Marvin?
No way.
Oh. No, when they announced they was engaged, they were already married.
Are they married?
Yeah, they're married.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that's good because she hung in there.
For 159 years, she served that man. And now that he is 235 years old, he decided to marry her. Granted, I'm sure her puss still wet, but I'm not sure.
Now, what kind of Christian is you talking like that? I got to put my glasses on.
What?
Stop that.
Well, see, look, I'm a man of God, but I'm a secular man of God. And I believe that she's still able, but I ain't sure if Noel's still able, especially much as he drink. I guarantee there'll be some nights that thing gonna be limp, and he's gonna have to use his fingers.
Not necessarily words of the.
Lunell, you shouldn't have asked me. You get me in trouble.
That's what I said. Don't ask me if you don't want to know. Amen.
Don't ask me. You know, I'm so happy for Loretta. Ain't her name Loretta? Yeah, Loretta.
Yes, child. Bless Loretta, child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she's gonna have to have a deal though, because I don't think Noel is able.
Stop that! Don't talk like that.
I'm just saying. But why you ask me then if you don't want to know?
You must have ate one of them edibles I ate because, baby, this is some funny stuff here. And people just listen. Take this with a grain of salt, everybody. Yeah, don't start writing letters and all that shit about, this and that. You ain't, this. Can we goddamn just have some fun sometimes?
Right?
Shit, now. Messiness is fun. Now,
right.
And they probably like everybody be catty and messy, whether you're talking about your next door neighbor or the Kardashian. So let's just have some damn fun, and that's just that. That's it. So don't write me about a goddamn thing, because I'm quick to block. I'm quick to block.
Right. You know, I'm going to be coming to your show. I'm gonna be incognito, and then I'm gonna text you and tell you that I was there.
Which show is that?
Well, you're gonna be in LA. You finished with the residency at SLS. So
and the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club, they didn't open back up after COVID. Not yet. If they did, ain't nobody told me. So.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna find you wherever you're at. I mean, I live in
go to heylunell.com.
I'm gonna go now. Let me see. Look.
heylunell.com. Heylunell.com. That's my website. Heylunell. LUENELL.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
.com.
Okay, so I'm here now. You got all these pictures with all these celebrities on this page.
It's because I'm a celebrity.
Right, exactly that. You know, I'm trying to figure, but it ain't telling me. Oh, I see. The next place you're gonna be in North Charleston, South Carolina, on April the 29th,
right.
And that's at the Coliseum and Performing Arts Center. You can click on the website and buy her ticket tonight if you've enjoyed this conversation. Then the very next day, she'll be in Huntsville, Alabama, at the Von Braun Center. You can buy tickets online. Then Hollywood Improv, buy tickets. That's on for May the 3rd in Hollywood, California. You're going from coast to coast. Then Albany, New York, at the MVP Arena. Wow.
Yeah, all that is on heylunell.com.
Yeah, you go to heylunell.com and you'll see where she's gonna be at next.
Yeah.
I ain't going to no Alabama for nothing. Let me see.
You wouldn't go to Alabama for the bag?
For the who?
For the bag.
BAG, I will go anywhere for the bag.
But you just said what you wasn't gonna do. I'm telling you that you would.
But you sure proved that I would, because if them coins is right, I'll be there.
You know,
it don't matter where it is.
Yeah.
Lord, you up here with Michael Jackson, brother.
Jermaine.
Wait a minute, what is that he got on his board?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. That is royalty. I'm not having it. I will click out. Don't do that. Don't do that. We all know Jermaine has got issues around his hairline. But
okay, you said that I didn't. Okay, all right. You said it. I didn't say it.
Okay.
Lunell, it has been a joy to speak with you and to talk with you.
Thank you.
And I want to encourage everybody that is watching, and the thousands of people that will watch after this. And I'm of course gonna make some IG clips out of a few things that we have discussed.
You think maybe you got enough?
Yeah, I got about 3 or 4 good ones. Yeah, I got 3. Especially when it comes to that, because you said you weren't gonna say nothing about Chris Rock, but I pulled something up out of you. I'm definitely gonna post that little clip.
That's fine. I just God bless him. I think he's a stellar man, because I live on a block where that would have never flown at all. Oh no, somebody'd be laid the fuck down if something like that. I'm just gonna drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Yeah, I got a few good clips. I got a few, and then the comment about Monique, that was so great. You're so witty and so quick.
That's what they pay me for, baby.
Yeah, they do. They pay you well, from what I hear.
Well, there's always room for improvement.
Isn't that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you have enjoyed. Click like, hit share, let Lunell know that you love her. When you see those clips go up on IG, tag her and tell her something real good that you love her. Hopefully she'll see it. But if you're doing some crazy shit, then she is going to block you.
I'm quick to block. That's all I'm saying. I'm quick to block.
All right. See you guys later. We're going to be running a commercial that lets you know how to follow me on Patreon and follow all my social media. I'll chat with you guys later. Goodbye.
Peace.
Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page, and hit the bell. Text Larry Reid Live to 33222. That's the words Larry Reid Live, no spaces, to 33222, and get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon today by logging on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Download the Patreon app, and turn on your notifications. Get connected today.